in this. So you can see in our model, we have used a lot of materials to make it look beautiful. Okay, so primarily when you will start modeling in the SketchUp, it will just give you two colors, a whitish shade for the outer surface and a bluish shade for the inner surface, so that you can differentiate in which surface you are working. Okay, now in the material box, let's see what are the other things. Twinkle, kindly go to the material box. Yeah, over here, show them the color. Here you will find a lot of colors, and you can also add a few more colors if you want. Just to scroll through the colors. Okay, so you can see all these colors can be used over here. And while working on the project, we will learn more about this. Now let's come back to SketchUp. So open a new file. For that, all you have to do is to just go to File, and here click on New, and a new file will be opened. Okay. Now we will come back to this model also either today or tomorrow or in the next session. Okay. But for now, let's start with the basic tools so that you can learn how to use this tool. Okay. By the time the new file is opening, there are few options. Yeah, over here you can see the vertex. So there are three different axes. You can find these axes in any particular software. But normally what we call them as X, Y, and Z axis. But here we call it red axis, green axis, and blue axis. Okay. Now the blue axis will show the vertical direction, the green axis will show the depth, and the red axis will show the length. Okay, so these are the three different axes. Now we will go to the rectangle tool and we will draw a rectangle over here. So over here, you can just draw the rectangle from any particular point, and you can also set the dimension. So let's make it a rectangle of 10 feet by 12 feet. So in the VCB box, you can see whenever you are entering any particular value, that will be visible in the VCB box. Okay. And if you will just go with the random dimension, then you will also find that over there. So that's the way how you can create the rectangle. Then you can also draw a circle inside the rectangle. So for that, go to the option of circle and grab the orbit. Then draw a circle of a little lesser than this. Okay, let's keep the radius as 4 feet. Then again, draw another circle with a radius of 2 feet. Okay, now you can use the push-pull tool to give it a 3D view. So use the push-pull tool and go to the inner circle. So over here, you can see this is the push-pull tool. You can just select the surface, pull it to any height. Okay, so let's make it 5 feet. Okay, now you can use the same tool to push it. Okay, so you will have to simply select the upper surface, and over there you can simply push it by 1 foot. So you have to just select the surface and enter the particular distance. Okay, now you can see this cylinder has been shortened. Now you can grab the surface of the outer cylinder, sorry, outer circle, and pull it to a height of 2 feet. Okay, Now, again go to the center of the top circle, and over there, draw a circle of diameter 2 inches. So there are also the shortcuts for this. So you can either use the tools or you can use the shortcuts. So I will also guide you with the shortcuts in just few minutes. Okay, for now, 2 inches or 1 inch. Let's keep it 1 inch. Okay, now pull this circle and give it a height of like 8 feet will be good. Okay, zoom out. Okay, so this is a very easy way to create any design. So you can use this to like a flag post over here, and every design can be used over here. Now let's go with the next tool. So we also have the orbit tool next to the push pull tool. So select the orbit tool, select the top circle, yeah, go to the outer surface. No, no, yeah, that one. Go to the outer surface. Okay, so this is the orbit tool, and you can use this to simply rotate it in any particular direction. Okay, then next to the push pull tool, you have the offset. So go for the offset, offset. Select the outer surface of the circle, go inside it. So it will not just select the surface, it will select the boundary of the whole figure, and you can either create an offset inside or outside. So you can also specify the distance. So let's specify the distance to 5 inches. Okay. Then again, take the offset of the inner circle and make it 5 inches. Now, the new uh, circle that has been created, let's select that surface. Select it. No, the outer one. Middle one. Okay. Now pull it. You can select any surface and just push it downwards by 1 foot. We are just demonstrating the tools over here, so there is no need to worry. So this way you can use it like the push pull tool, okay, and the offset tool. So we have already discussed the select tool, the push pull tool, and the orbit tool along with offset tool. Then we have the move tool with us. So first of all, select the whole figure. You can just hit the space button on your keyboard to go to select tool, and there are multiple ways of selecting the things that we have created. Now move it to different location. So you can use the move tool to just move it to the different location. Now hit the control button on the keyboard and then use the move tool. So for the move tool, the shortcut is M, and then you can just press the control button on your keyboard. And now it will not just move the software, sorry, not just move the design, but it will just create a copy of that. Okay, so guys, you can start making your notes. Okay, so that you can use this tools in order to make the designs. Then just create one more copy of it and place it at a larger distance. A little more. Yeah, that is good. Okay. Now, what we have to do? We can use the next tool. So just go beside the move tool. Yeah, over here, this is the rotate tool. So you can select it and go to the selected object. So you can see we have a blue circle over here. So this will help you to rotate the whole image along the vertical axis, that is the blue axis. So as I've already told you that here we are going to call these axis as the red, green and blue axis. Okay, so we can simply rotate it. So let's rotate it by 30 degrees. So you will have to first select the object, then set the first point and then enter the value. If you have any particular angle, if you just want to rotate it freely, you can simply scroll your mouse and you will get to know that where you want to set the or in which direction you want to set the whole object. Then we have the next tool, that is the scale tool with us. So use the scale tool. And now you can find different green dots over here. So the dot that you will select will come to red color, okay, and rest of the dot will stay green. So just show them how different dots will act. So when you will grab any dot from the corner, then it will simply expand or shorten the image in that particular direction. Okay, so just grab a dot on the corner like you did previously on the corner of the cube, pull it outwards, outwards. Okay, and it is enlarging the image. So it's not like you can just do it in the random way, you can also do it in a specific way. So grab the dot again, the same one, pull it inside and write 0.5. So it will just bring it to the half of the whole object. Okay, so you can scale it. So if you are familiar with the AutoCAD, you must be knowing what is the purpose of the scale tool. So we are doing the same thing over here, just in 3D. Okay, if you will grab a point from the middle of any line, grab a point from there, anyone, yeah, drag it, not that one, the middle line in any particular direction. Drag it. So you can use or drag this in this way so that you can scale it in any particular direction, and you can also use the dimensions to make it a scale or scale it in the particular direction. Then we have the tape measure tool. Use that one. So using this tool, you can take the measurements, and this tool will come handy to you because this will not just take the measurement, it will also create the reference lines. Okay, so first of all, let's use it to take the measurement of the rectangular surface that we have created. Take the measurement of rectangle. Okay, how much it was? show the value again. It's almost 10 feet 6 inches. Actually, it is 10 feet 6 1 by 4 inches, but let's call it 10 feet 6 inches. So we have changed this particular object in multiple directions, and we have scaled it a lot. So now the dimension has been changed. Now, if you want, then you can also bring it back to the exact dimension. But how we will do that? We will just learn after a few times, few minutes. Okay. Now go to the text and let's use that tool. So you can use this to name anything or to show the area of particular plane. Okay. So here it is showing the area. Actually, it has been selected the line. So it is showing the distance of the line. You can select the area also and take the measurement of the area. So it is 74.88 square feet. Okay. Now, similarly, you can take the measurement of area of any particular surface. Now, let's create a grid line or the reference line. Show them how to do that. Go to any edge of the rectangle and then move inside the rectangle and hit the distance of 10 inches. And you can see a new guideline has been created. Okay. Now let's make the multiple guidelines over here. At a distance of 10 inches. Okay, stop there. And now let's draw lines over there. So for that, you can use the line tool. And using this line tool, you can simply draw a line on the guidelines. Draw it on the guidelines. Okay, so this way you can draw the lines, join all the lines. Now, if you want, then you can also draw the curved lines from the same tool. So for that, you have to go to the lines. And there, you can choose for the curved line. Just press on the arrow button beside the line tool. Yeah, freehand. And try to draw any line. Yeah, outside over there. And try to join the edges. Just press Ctrl Z to undo the process. And try to make a design at the edges. And always start and end the line at the edges. Okay. Okay, leave it like this. No issue.
Excuse me, sir. You have been muted by accident.
Okay. Now am I audible?
Yes, now it's better.
Okay. So you can just use the eraser tool to like fix all your mistakes. Okay. And you can also use the eraser tool to just erase everything that is drawn in the SketchUp, be it the lines or the guidelines. You can also call the guidelines as the reference lines. Okay. So what are the uses of these guidelines that I will demonstrate in just next class. Okay. So now we have discussed the select tool, eraser tool. Okay. Now we are left with arc. So go for the arcs, press the down button, and let's see what are the different types of the arcs that are present over here. Okay. So we have the 2-point arc, 3-point arc, and the pi. So let us work with 2-point arc. So here, and do not disturb this. Okay, you can just start working with this one also. So you can just define the 2 points and then you can draw the arc over here. Okay, leave it like that. And you can also define the radius of this arc. 5 feet will be enough. Okay, 2 feet is good. Okay, now one thing that should be noticed over here, that whenever you are drawing any line and if you leave it open-ended, then it will not create a surface. But if you will just close the ends, then it will create a surface and you can start working on that. Okay, so we are done with the arc also. Then go to the next option, that is over here. So let's go to the paint bucket. Wait over there. Let them see what is the which one is the tool. Just keep your mouse over the paint bucket, and it will highlight the name. Yeah. So this is the paint bucket tool, and while working on the exterior, this will come to use at most of the times because you have to apply all the materials and the colors using this tool. Okay. So you can just pick any color and color the surfaces. Okay. And a lighter shade on the top. Go for a lighter shade, not the same one. Okay, so this way you can apply the colors. Now go for the material, go for the bricks. So over here, you can choose the bricks and you can apply it on any of the surface. Yeah. So this way you can apply the materials and the colors. Okay. Now what is the next tool? Next we have the orbit tool that we have already discussed. After that we have the pan tool. Now show the use of the pan tool. So you can use the pan tool to simply slide the whole thing on the screen. So it is just like shifting the paper on the table. Okay. So it will not disturb any orientation or everything. It will simply slide the image. Okay. Now next we have zoom in and zoom out. So the use of that too. So this is for zoom in. The next we have zoom out. Don't use the scroll button. Use the tool. Yeah. You can also use the scroll button to zoom in and zoom out. Okay. But if your scroll button is not working, then you will have this option of these two tools of zoom in and zoom out over there. Then we have the warehouse. Click on the warehouse. So over here, this is the warehouse of a SketchUp, and here you can find a lot of options, like a lot of 3D models which has already been prepared. Okay, and you can simply download it for free and use it in your model. So let's go to the categories, and over there, let's download something. Go to the categories, all categories. To open up the option and look for architecture. No, on the left, where all categories you can see. If you will click over there, then you will find options. Just click on that. No, no, in the search bar. Yeah, over here you can find a lot of options regarding the architecture or the architecture or the art or building component. So you'll find a lot of options over there, and let's show them how to download it. So download any model, any of them. Yeah, load this directly in the model. So you have the option of directly loading it into the model, or you can simply save it for the later use. Now place it. Yeah, right, place it over there. Now zoom in the model and show them how it looks. Now we can use the paint bucket tool to change the color. So here we can just double click on it and enter the group, and then we can start changing the color. So find a good texture for it and show them how to do that. So if yeah, in a SketchUp, you have also the option of making any object a group. You can start showing. Yeah. So over here you can see that you can simply group anything and ungroup anything. So how to do that? We will discuss in the next class when we will go in deep or in details of the particular option. But right now, what Twinkle is doing, that she is just selecting the object and then she is applying the texture over there. Okay. Okay. Now come out of the group. Yeah. And this way, you can simply change the appearance of any particular model. Okay. And that's the main purpose of 3D model. You can simply change the look and share it with your client and ask them which is best for them, and then you can create a model that is best for them and you can charge them. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of learning this software, because this software is being used by the civil engineers and the architects mostly. However, there are few more companies who are the gaming companies who are using this software to create the animation. Okay, now we have already discussed all the tools that are present over here. So we will take a 5 minutes break, and in that you can simply ask me all the questions that is there in your mind.
So these models which you import from online, are these hollow or are these solid?
Whatever we are creating in a SketchUp is hollow. Okay, even the walls are hollow. Twinkle, just show them. Even like all the surface that you are creating in SketchUp, if you are providing it a thickness, then it is hollow. And if you are asking about where the walls are present in there or not, so for that you can just zoom in and enter inside the model. So we'll also show you the model. Okay, so just get inside the model, come out of the group. You are still inside the group, so just come out of that and enter the model. Go through the windows or the doors. Okay, over here you can see walls have been created. So just rotate it slowly so that they can visualize it properly. Go to view, go to camera, just beside the view you have camera. Just beside the view you have camera. Go to camera, use the walk option. Now set the height to 6 feet. So if you set the height to 6 feet, then that's the height of your eye. Okay, so that's usually what is the height of a person and where the eye is located. Now you can just rotate the model and you can visualize the model in a better way. So just pull it up like someone is looking at the roof.
Got it, sir.
Okay. So this depends upon model to model what are the different things that we can do. Okay. So in some models you will find the walls and in some models you may not find the walls. Okay. Next. Any other questions? Yash, can we move forward?
Sir, I think we can take a 5 minute breaks and we need to have a gaming session, and after that we can continue.
Okay, Ashish, we will do that.
Because
Yes, yes. Just a minute. Okay. So after all this valuable information, you all must be tired. But don't worry, we are here with a game, so it will refresh your mind. We are having an online bingo game for which Ashish has shared a link on the chat box. You can go to the link and create your own unique bingo card. So let's start.
the first one who makes any of the line in bingo, I think everyone must have played bingo. So the first one to make any of the line, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, will be the winner for this bingo, and the one who wins the game will get the gifting vouchers and free Amazon vouchers from Team Capivestro. I'll just share my screen so that you can see how are we supposed to do this.
You guys can write on chat box if you have joined the link.
So once you click this link, you will get interface something like this. You need to write your name over here. Once you're ready with the game, you can start.
All those who have joined can raise their hand so that we can know.
Guys, can I know the number of participants who have started?
Yeah, for now we have 4 people.
Okay, so now I will present my screen and start the words which you will be marking. The first word is erase tool.
Yeah, before starting, does everyone know that you have to make a line in this? Like you can see in the screen, there's offset, render, follow me, arc tool, and push. If all these words are there in your bingo card, then you have one. You have
You will write it
yes.
in the chat box and just please keep looking chat box so that we can. So we can start. The first word is erase tool. Soap and skin bubble. (2021). India. Rotate. SketchUp. Corel. If you think I'm going fast, then you can tell me to get slow. Sift. Civil engineering. Planning. TTC. Axial. TechFest. Arc tool. Vision. Solid tool. Open mic. Join push pull.
So guys, I just would like to say, yeah, if anyone has made a line in anywhere, not just the top or the corners, if anyone has made a line, so you can unmute yourself and say that you have won. Okay.
Or you can just write it out in the chat box. Any of the line like vertical, horizontals, diagonal, any line. Edit. line tool, Ashoka construction, neutral axis depth, soil, pan, creep coefficient, cess, design, workshop, move, shapes, hoop, render, durability, dead load, okay, who is that? Prajwal. Can you please tell me your card number?
You can even type your card number.
Okay. PDS is Prajwal, right? Okay, so we have the first winner, and in the end of the session, we'll be having one more round. So, yeah, Prajwal, you can write your email ID in the chat box and your phone number so that we can get in touch with you for the games. Thank you. Now, so over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. That was an interesting game. Now we will just go back and we are going to just sum up whatever the things that we have covered in this. Okay, so I will just share my screen with you and I will sum up whatsoever I have covered in this. So is my screen visual to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here in the SketchUp, on the top we have the title bar, then we have the menu bar, and then we have the toolbar. Here all the tools that are important for the 3D modeling lies. Then again we have these three drawing axes: the vertical one, the left one, and the horizontal one, which we call as the blue, green, and the red axis. At the bottom we have the status bar, and in the bottom right corner we have the VCB bar. Then we will not go in the details of the definitions, but the BCD box represents for the value control box where you can see the dimensions of the distance edge or the angles over here. Then we have the orbit tool, and this orbit is like holding any object and turning around. Okay, so we have already seen how to do that, and we also have the shortcuts. So in the end, we will also discuss the shortcuts. So then we have the pan tool, and in the panning means sliding your view up or down or left or right. It's just similar to the moving a piece of paper across the desk. Okay, then we have the zoom tool, and you can either use these two options to zoom in or zoom out, or you can use the scroll button of your mouse to zoom in or zoom out. Then we have the select tool. The shortcut for the select tool is space bar that is on your keyboard, or you can simply select this tool from the toolbar and you can start using it. So if you are clicking on any object for the single time, that means the single click will select just the surface or the edges. If you will just double click on it, then it will select the surface along with edges. And if you will triple click on it, then it will select all the touching objects. Okay, like if you are working on any cuboid and you are triple clicking on it, then it will select the whole object. And if this cuboid is in touch with any other object, then even that object will be selected. Okay, so tomorrow we will have a session and we will start working on any model. So here we will learn the details of it. But today I am just making you acquainted with the tool so that you can just start practicing it and you can do wonders with this tool. So don't worry. Okay. So there are so many extensions also in the SketchUp, but you don't need to use all those extensions. Then we have the line tool, and in the line you have line which is used for the straight lines, and the shortcut for that is L, and then you have the freehand line that Twinkle has already shown. Okay, then we have the rectangles, and in the rectangles you can go for the random rectangles, or you can just like give them a proper dimension. Then we have the circle where you can simply just fix the radius. Then we have the polygons, and here you can set the number of the surfaces, and what are the uses of that we will learn while doing the modeling. Then for the rectangle and circle are the most used tools. The polygon is used at some places. Okay, so that is rare. But the eraser tool, this is used to erase the things or the lines or the surfaces. So if any surface is closed, then that will, or if any diagram is closed, then that will create a surface. If you delete even a single line from that, then the surface will get deleted. In order to get it back, you will again have to draw that line, and you can use the eraser tool to simply erase anything, any surface or any line in SketchUp. Then we can use the move tool to just move the whole object or the part of the object. Okay. Then we have the paint bucket tool, which you can use for filling the color or applying the textures and materials. Shortcut for the eraser tool is E, move tool is M, and the paint tool is B. Because this is the paint bucket tool, so the B is taken from the bucket. And here is the shortcut keys. Okay, so you can just take the screenshot of these two slides. Okay, so you can take the screenshot of this. The highlighted, or you can say the bold letters, are the shortcuts. So take the screenshot of this one. Then you can also take the screenshot of this one, because here the functions and the shortcuts are written parallel. I guess so far we have covered each and everything. Now in the tools, the move tool, you will have to select what is the process of using the move tool. You will have to first select the whole object in order to move it from one place to another. If you want to make a copy of it, then you will have to simply press the control button, and then you can start using the move tool. Okay, then it will start making the multiple copies of it. Okay, now we have not discussed the details of the rotate tool, so we will not go in detail of that, but just for the briefing, you can create if you want to rotate a 2D object, then you will have to create a 3D object and take the reference of that in order to rotate it. But you will not understand this if you have not used it earlier. Okay, so we will simply come out of this slide. Yeah. So guys, that was the briefing of the whole class. And if you will go in detail of it, then there are so many things to learn. Now, as promised in the beginning of um, this whole workshop, I have told you that I will just discuss about the SketchUp model that I have shown earlier. So I will again share my screen and show you the SketchUp model and will describe you how it works. Okay. So first of all, I will just show the SketchUp model. So over here you can see we have used all the tools that are present over here, and this bar I have not discussed because this is the extension of the VA and that is not a part of the SketchUp. If you want to go for the render, then you have to use this toolbar. Okay, so this is for the render purpose, so we are not going to discuss the details of it. Now let's understand what are the things that are there in this model. So first of all, we have to go through the several steps, like you have to go for the filtration of the plans, and as I've said that you have to create the rough sketch, and then you can start drafting it in any drafting software, or you can also do that in the SketchUp. Then in this model, what are the things? Okay, so over here you can see we have the main gate, and if you will just zoom out, then you will see that the images are fading. Like all the designs are not very much clear if we are looking at it from a distance. Then if you will, then what we have to do? We can't just share this image with our client. So for that, we have to go for the render of such images. Okay, so that's why rendering softwares are needed. And over here on the, you can see this is our rendering software, and the name is Lumion. Okay, so I don't have this model with me, but I will show you how to import the model over here. So you have to just go to the import, okay, and then you can import a new model in this one. Okay, so I'm just giving you a brief introduction of this, but this has to be covered in the last class. Okay, so I'm just showing it to you so that you can have an idea that what are the things that we can do in SketchUp. Okay, so at first you have to convert your SketchUp model in FBX format, and for that you can just go to the file, go to export, and from there you can export your 3D model in FBX format, and once it is done, then you can come to Lumion. Now Lumion requires a high configuration system, so if you are having a low configuration system, then I will not suggest you to install Lumion, because this will affect the, like this will affect the uh, what we say, the working of your laptop. Okay, first it is a heavy software. Then in this model, what are the other things that we can do? We can always change the material. Okay, so whenever your client is not satisfied with you, or you are not satisfied with your model, you can always do the changes. Now one thing I have said that we have to make the things in group. Okay, so here you can see that these doors are in group. Okay, so what is the use of that? If you will simply move a group, okay, then this whole group will be moved. Okay, and if you will not make it a group, then you will have to go through each and every element, like this door or each and everything is in group, so that we can actually work with it. Okay, now over here you can see Crystal is just a new intern, so she was not able to rotate it properly, but you can just have a proper view from the inside also. Okay, so you will have to just slowly to move your cursor in order to get the better view, and you can always come out from any direction. Okay, so now I will just place the main door back over here. Okay, now here we have the headroom. Then in the front, we have used some extension and these pictures so that we can have a better view of this. We can also just change the quality of the glass, and while filtering,
चेक कर रहे
I guess someone is saying something. You can just mute your mic. Okay. So over here you can change the quality of the glass anytime you want. Like, so for that you have to just go to the glass over here, glasses and mirrors, and you can choose any glass. Like I want to go for this one. So you will just enter the group, apply the material to it. And you can see the quality of the glasses has been changed. Now, these two glasses were the replicas of each other, and beforehand it was in components. So there are two important terms, the groups and the components. So here, now that I have changed this class, then everywhere it will be changed automatically wherever this component has been used. But the classes in the windows are different, so these classes have not been changed. Like, see, we have used this class. Now, if I am entering in the group and I'm working on a particular surface, I will simply apply this glass over here. Then since it is a component, so all the windows will automatically be changed with this kind of glass. You can see the difference over here. So all the glasses have been changed automatically. So this way you can start working with the model in SketchUp. Okay. So guys, I think you have an overview of what is a SketchUp and how we can use the tools, what are the different tools in here. And tomorrow we will, day after tomorrow, right, on Monday, we are going to have the another session, and here we will learn how to create a model. By then, you can simply, I will just stop sharing this thing. Yeah. So by then, you can simply start practicing all the tools. And if you want, then I can also share the homework with Ashish. I will just go in coordination with Ashish. Or if he has some kind of project, then he will transfer that project to you, and you can start working on it. Now, if anyone is having any kind of question so far, then you can simply ask that. Anyone with any kind of question related to SketchUp? Yeah.
You can post your questions in the chat box to anyone. Ashwini?
Yeah, so thank you so much, sir. It was a really interesting session, and we're really looking forward for further sessions on Monday and next day. But I'm sure that